we are live. You are, we are live. I mean, all of this. Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Let's get it on. A shalom to Israel. Yahweh Bahash. We go on the volume. Okay. A shalom to Israel. Yahweh Shemal Shabbat to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Alathan Bahashim Yahweh Shai. We are the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana, presently. Since 1969, the ISUPK has been teaching the truth of the Bible. And that truth includes the fact that so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics or Latinos, and so-called First Nation people are the true Jews, the true Israelites, God's chosen people, the future rulers of the planet Earth.
That's right.
You understand? And since 1969, the ISUPK has been the home of the truth, the originator of the truth. You understand? This is where the truth came from. You understand? Regenerated in the earth, in the ISUPK, 1969, 1 West, 125th Street. We're not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israel group, class. You understand?
Right.
We're not affiliated with any other religious group, sect at all. The ISUPK stands alone on its own merit.
That's right.
You understand? And we stand proudly 10 foot down. 10 foot. Man, I only got 2 feet, 10 toes down.
All right.
You understand, on this truth. You understand? And this Bible that we have, we believe every word in it. You understand what I'm saying? Every word in it is the word of the Lord. You understand? The Most High, one of the miracles about the Bibles is that it survived intact over 7 major captivities, 18 captivities or more, but 7 major captivities. You understand? Us being dispersed throughout the earth, our language being lost for centuries. You understand? But the Bible still survived intact. And it's been proven, you understand, that the current King James Bible is the most accurate of all the Bibles available on the planet Earth today. The King James Bible is a word-for-word translation. Word for word, meaning exactly that. Where these other translations are thought for thought, meaning it's what they think it means.
Right.
It's a difference. You understand? The KJV, including the Apocrypha, is the word of God. That's it. Okay? So once again, I'm Officer of 1,000 Yanazar here in beautiful Durham, North Carolina. You understand? And tonight is the Wednesday night law class, which I will be teaching. And I think my topic tonight is, you're really going to enjoy getting into this topic, because this is a controversial topic in the world that our people need to come to understand what it is and what it means. And before we get into it, I'm going to remind people that if you have any questions, please, you understand, put them in the chat.
Damn right.
You understand? As we wait for brothers and sisters to come in, you understand? But I'm just going to talk a little politics now, because of what's going on in the world. You know, we see what's going on in the world, and it's not good. Wars and rumors of wars, all kind of shenanigans and evil doings. That I just heard today that some of the interviews, like this woman who had charged Trump with sexual assault. Her interview was removed from the Epstein files. So the cover-up continues. You understand? But the cat is out of the bag. You understand what I'm saying? With the Epstein files, we already know what it is.
Right.
You understand? If anybody don't know, you better ask somebody. But we already know what the Epstein files represent. It represents pulling the covers, you understand, in the dark room of the devils, man, to see their conduct and their behavior for what they really are. As the scripture says, the man of sin has to be revealed, man. And Lord have mercy, is he being revealed?
That's right.
Beef jerky made from children's meat. A recipe on how to keep human meat frozen. Oh, yeah. It's crazy. Now, this is one more thing I'm going to say. The difference is, like, in Europe, all of the people in Europe, like the royal families and politicians and stuff, ambassadors who are involved with the Epstein files in Europe, been fired or resigned. But in America, not one politician has resigned. Not one. You understand? Because, I mean, America is where it took place in reality, and Americans, the rich of America, was more involved. You understand? And as we got to remember, what was her name? Janet Bondi? What her name? Pam Bondi, the water brother. Pam Bondi said this. She said that if we were to prosecute everybody on the Epstein file, there wouldn't be no government. That's what she said. And I'm beginning to believe. For once in my life, I'm beginning to believe her. You know, I never really believed anything that came out of her mouth, but I believe that. You understand? So this is the exposing of the worst parts of the devils.
Right.
You understand? So that the whole world can now see who they are if you're paying attention. But if you're some foolish person that believe that God loves everybody, then you're going to miss the whole show.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand? And even though you paid tuition, admission, Salakia. So now, okay, so tonight, let me see what we got in there. We got One West Princess Sapayar. And we got Shalom Sis, Yahweh Shemala Thumba Shema Shai. And we got Isupk Durham 919. Who that? Oh, okay. Most High in Christ. And also Sister Kamawa Da is in the building. How you doing, Kamawa Da? Shalom, sis. Welcome to the show. Okay, so I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all see what's going on in this world, man. Like, pay attention, man. That's it. Like, you know, they trying their best to smooth it out. Democrats and Republicans, they in cahoots. They the two wings of the same bird.
That's right.
You understand? And all it is everything that's going on is distractions. You understand? To keep people from seeing what's really going on. But it's too late. Because as it's give me I think Psalm, I think it's 78 and 5, I believe it is. Let me see if it is. Because I rely on the information that comes down through the generals, through the scriptures, through the Christ, through the Most High, right? Let me get there just so no, it's the one that hold on a second. No. It's one that it says how people that seek the Lord will able to be understanding of all things. I know it's one in Daniel, but there's another one I saw the other day in the Psalms. Anyway, yeah, it's in the Psalm. I thought it was Psalm 78 and 5, but it is not 78. Huh? Will understand all things. Those who seek after the Lord will understand all things. Okay, so in the meantime, while the brother looks up the scriptures, I just want to let you know what tonight's topic is, right? The topic tonight is the beast. The beast. Yeah, that beast and his mark. The beast and his mark, right? That's the topic tonight. You understand? And so what we're going to show you tonight, exactly what the beast is, right? And what it represents and what the mark itself is, what the mark of the beast is and what the beast is and what his mark is. That's what we're going to show and prove tonight.
Evil men understand not just they that seek the Lord.
That's it. Which one is that?
Proverbs 28:5.
It was 28:5. Salaka, it's Proverbs. Get that for me. And read it when you get it.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 5. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things.
We understand because we seek the Lord by obeying the Lord, by coming into the Isupk, coming to class, studying in the spirit.
Right.
You understand? The spirit of righteousness. You understand? The Holy Spirit, they call it, gives us the understanding of what's going on in the earth. It says that we will be able to understand. Those of us who seek after the Lord will be able to understand everything. That's what it says. And it says the same thing in Daniel chapter 12 and verse 10. You understand? That we will be able to understand all things, because everything that we need to understand, we have the blueprint in the Bible. We have the wisdom of it, the information, the knowledge of it in the Bible. Okay? So we understand exactly what's going on, and we understand who the beast is. So I'm going to tell you what the beast is, and then I'm going to prove it to you. You understand? With the scriptures, right? So the beast is a system of evil run by devils, corrupt, sexually deviant, greedy oppressors, economic corruption and greed, spiritual lies, spiritual destruction, insatiable, meaning they're never satisfied,
right?
Spiritually corrupt, control of the earth, resources, and economics, the worship of the image of the beast, and faith in the system that the beast has created. That's a synopsis of the mark of the beast, right? So we're going to get into it tonight. We're going to get into it, and I pray you understand what's really going on in this earth. And we're going to put aside and shut down all of these crazy rumors and ideas about what the mark of the beast is, microchip, all kind of different. I don't really even know. All I know is the microchip. You know, so I don't really know. But there's different ideas as to what the mark is. You understand what I'm saying? But to sum it up, it's a system, right? And we're going to prove it in the Bible, right? So we're going to start here, right? We're going to start here. King Denny, young man Dennis. Okay, checking in from Greenville, South Carolina. Hey, shalom, brother. Y'all by Shem Hawashai Barakatah. Okay, so let's go to Genesis 3, and we're going to start at verse 1. You understand? What we're going to do here tonight is we're going to show you what the mark of what the beast is and what the mark of the beast is. You understand? According to the Bible, because the Most High said we can understand everything.
That's right.
So we got to read and apply the wisdom that he gives us so that we could or can understand. Read, my brother.
Come on. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
So now this serpent, which the world of Christianity believes is a actual snake, is called a beast. So the question I ask is, why does he have to be called a serpent and a beast?
Right.
You understand? Because it's a human being. This serpent is like today in our street vernacular, call a snake.
Right.
That's a serpent. It's the same thing. But this is a man. And so we're going to see what he does. And then we're going to break it down and relate it to how it reflects or how it connects to today. Read.
Okay. Which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?
So now he's the most subtle beast, meaning he's the slickest dude out there.
Right.
He's the most cunning, devious, subtle beast of the field. So he's the most subtle beast among humans. He's the biggest snake among humans. We're going to prove it. Read on.
Okay. Verse 2. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the, verse 3, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Lord hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die.
So now, because Christianity doesn't understand spiritual things, and they only understand literal, they take this as literal. Because remember, as we were growing up, the fruit of the garden, you remember the picture where there's a tree in the back and the snake is hanging down from the tree,
right? And
Adam and Eve is sharing an apple, and they butt naked. That's because they take this literal. But in the ISUPK, under Commander Johanna, it's not literal.
That's right.
These are metaphors. You understand? The serpent is a metaphor for a wicked human being, just like the word snake is a metaphor for a wicked human being today.
Damn.
Right? Okay. And so the things that they were given, the knowledge of the truth, the law, statutes, and commandments that were given to Adam, you understand, is the tree that she's talking about that they should eat from. You understand what I'm saying? That's the tree that they should eat from. We're going to prove it. And so the tree that we shouldn't eat from is the tree or the doctrines of the other nations.
Right.
The doctrines of the other nations. And we're going to prove it. Everything that we say here tonight, we got to prove it. Right?
Damn right.
And this is what we're going to do tonight. Lord allow. Right? Read on.
Okay. Verse 4. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die.
Man, you ain't going to die. Man, don't believe that junk.
Right.
You ain't going to die. You're going to be wise. That's what the serpent tells this woman. Eve, the wife, the rib of Adam. He goes at her because he's the most subtle beast of the field, meaning like he knows the game and he knows who to run the game on.
Right.
Or else he would have went to Adam. But he went to the thing that Adam loved the most, which was his woman, right?
Right.
Read on.
Okay, verse 5. For the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
So I just want you to pay attention to the word gods.
That's right.
Multiple gods. You understand? So this is inferring a system of gods, right?
Okay.
You shall be as like gods, meaning that there's more than one God. Now, you understand? That's part of the trick, right? Knowing good and evil. Now, in the world, they teach you that knowing good and evil is simply knowing right from wrong. But it's more than that. You understand? Because they already was taught what was good, which is the obedience of God. That's good. And the evil here is the punishment that comes with disobeying God. You understand? That's what it means spiritually. You understand what I'm saying? You shall know good and evil. What's going to happen? Just all of this knowledge is just going to jump into their head? No. It's the punishments or the ramification or the results of committing sin against God. That's the evil. When it says God created evil, that's the evil that he created. The ramifications of disobedience is the evil that God created. You understand?
Okay.
So when they came out of the closet in the 70s and AIDS came out in the late 70s and the 80s, that was the ramification of the evil.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Verse 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food.
So the woman saw that the tree, the forbidden tree, was good for food, which food representing information.
Right.
Information. So this is information from other nations. We're going to prove it. The information here is from other nations and other philosophies.
Right.
From the world, as we call it. Read on.
And that it was pleasant to the eyes.
Oh, it looks good, man. Those coaches, they having good fun over there. They're having a good time, man. They can eat whatever they want. They can eat anything they want. There's no dietary law. It looks good over there. You understand? Read on.
And a tree to be desired, to make one wise.
Oh, you get all this wisdom and this philosophy. You can turn off that heat now. Oh, Baba Shah. You can get these new philosophies, Greek philosophy, Chinese philosophy, Confucius said. You get all of these different ideologies. You understand? And it'll make you wise while you're disobeying God.
That's right.
See, that's the trick, right? Read on.
She took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat.
You understand? Because what we come to understand is that aside from the truth, a woman is the most powerful thing, meaning the most influential thing on the earth other than the truth. The Bible teaches us that. The Isupk didn't make that up. The woman, you got something?
It's like this question, but you finish it.
The woman, this is what this means. The woman is the most influential thing on the earth outside of the truth. You understand? Think about that for a minute. So now we got a question.
Slack, sir. The sister asked, Slack, sir, can you give a breakdown of Romans chapter 14, verses 1 through 6?
Okay, let's get it.
It's the book of Romans chapter 14, verse 1.
Let me get there with you, brother. That's a lot of verses, sis. Is there a particular point that you need to understand? I'm just asking.
Oh, it's probably not.
Okay, Romans 14? Let me get there with you. Lock it, man. I'm losing my touch. Okay, here we go. Okay, read.
Book of Romans chapter 14, verse 1. Him that is weak in the faith receive ye, but not to doubtful disputations. Verse 2. For one believeth that he may eat all things, another who is weak eateth herbs. Verse 3. Let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not, and let not him which eateth not judge him that eateth, for the Most High hath received him. Verse 4. Who art thou that judgest another man's servant? To his own master he standeth or falleth. Yea, he shall be holden up, for the Most High is able to make him stand. Verse 5. One man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Verse 6. He that regardeth the day regardeth it unto the Lord, and he that regardeth not the day to the Lord, he doth not regard it. He that eateth to the Lord, for he giveth the Lord thanks. And he that eateth not to the Lord, he eateth not, and giveth the Most High thanks.
Okay, so we're going to go through it, but basically, since this is about veganism and meat eaters. You understand? So the meat eaters, you understand, perceive the vegans as being weak.
Right.
And the vegan people perceive that the meat eaters, you understand, are gluttonous, you understand, or are taking in something that they shouldn't eat.
Okay.
Because like we hear brothers talking about in Genesis where God said that the meat of the trees will be thy meat, the fruit of, meaning vegetables. I didn't say it all correctly, but there's a scripture in Genesis where it talks about how the that herbs would be our meat, meaning vegetation.
Con.
So some people, even back then, believed that we should only eat vegetation. So this is what the disputation is about.
Con.
It's about eating meat and not eating meat. And they're having an argument, a dispute. And so what we do in Isupk and what we all should do is go by what the Most High says.
That's right.
You understand? And according to the law, because in what is it, Exodus, or was it 11? One second. In Leviticus, it tells you the meats you can eat and the meats that you can't eat. So eating meat is lawful. So just like today, when you have arguments or disputes between the vegans and meat eaters, this is basically the same thing, but it has a spiritual connotation, because some people is perceiving that whether you eat meat or not is pertaining to how much faith you have.
Right.
And he's telling them that it has nothing to do with your faith. You understand? And that just because you eat meat, you're not better than the brother that don't eat meat, and that because you don't eat meat, you're not better than the brother that does eat meat.
That's right.
It's about your conduct. Understand? So this is like a disputation that shouldn't go on as far as who's better or who's not better, right? So let's go through it. Okay. Verse 2, because really it says, let's read verse 1. Okay. Him that is weak in the faith receive ye, but not to doubtful disputation. So what is receiving a brother who you might perceive as weak in the faith? It's your works, is what you're doing. Your faith is what you're doing. The faithful in this school is based on the work that they do. That's how it's always been, because faith without works is dead.
That's right.
Now, for one believeth that he may eat all things, and another who is weak eateth herbs, vegetation. That's a vegan, right? Base. Verse 3, let him that eateth despise, let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not. Meaning, if a brother doesn't eat meat, I'm going to tell you something, you can be a vegan but on Passover, you're going to eat that lamb.
Damn right.
So let a brother that's a vegan not dispute or put down a brother that eats meat. And don't let a brother that eats meat put down a vegan.
Right. If
it's lawful, then you can eat it. It's very simple, right? That's when it's saying, let not which eateth not judge him that eateth not, for God hath received him. You understand? According to what? His works. If you're in the truth and you're a vegan, ain't nobody mad at you, man. We got brothers in here that's vegan, or we got brothers that only eat fish. We got vegans, but on Passover, they eat that lamb.
Damn right.
Because it is most certainly lawful, right? Verse 4, who art thou that judgest another man's servant? To his own master he standeth or falleth. Meaning, according to his work, the person that's over him determines whether he's doing the right thing or not.
Damn right.
Whether he standeth or falleth. Yes, he shall be holding up, for God is able to make him stand. Whether you eat vegan or meat, God is able to make you stand up and do the right thing and represent righteousness. Okay? One man esteemeth one day above another, and another man esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. You understand what I'm saying? You have to use your own mind to determine these things. And how do we determine these things? According to the word of God.
That's right.
So is the Passover a regular day? No. So we esteem the Passover greater than some other days. You understand what I'm saying? Verse 6. He that regarded the day regarded it unto the Lord. When it says regarded it unto the Lord, according to what the Lord, the Most High, says.
That's right.
If he says the Passover is the holiest day, then that's what it is. It's according to what God says. That's what he's saying, right? And he that regarded not the day to the Lord doth not regard it, meaning if it's not a holy day, it's just a regular day. Because that's how the Lord made it. So we regard the days, the holy days, like which is coming up on the 1st and the 2nd, which is the Feast of Purim. And each school in North Carolina is going to hold it according to their own zone. And all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are invited. And if you like chicken, you coming to the right place. So come on down and enjoy the feast. Have a drink with your Akim and your Akwatim, your brothers and your sisters.
That's right.
You understand? And don't worry about the meat. If you don't eat meat, I think we're going to have some mashed potatoes and stuff for you.
That's right.
You understand? Like, this is a disputation between brothers that's not necessary. And once we learn this, and of course, when you come into the truth, you want to understand all things, right? Okay. So you ask questions. But this is not a real big deal. What this is telling you is you can eat anything lawful. You can eat vegetation only, or you can eat meat. But your works before God is what it's important. That determines how you're going to stand.
Damn right.
That's what this is talking about, sis. Okay? And we got Brother Bar in the building. Shalom, brother. Brother Yazakar. You understand, in the building? So who's that? Tia Lynn? Sister T. You understand? This is about vegans against non-vegans, meat eaters. And what the bottom line is that you can eat either one. You can be either one. As long as you serving the Most High, you good.
That's right.
You can stand for what's right. That's what it's talking about in verses 1 through 6. You understand? Yonder boss says, not a problem. So now, let's go back to where we was. Yeah, read Genesis 3 and 6. Now, for the people that just came in, tonight's topic is going to be, is the beast and his mark. So we're going to show you that the beast and his mark is a system.
Right.
You understand? Which includes economics. You understand? Which includes philosophies. You understand? Sexual deviancies, among other things. We're going to show how they all relate to one another. Okay? So read verse 6 again, Bob.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat.
So now, what they ate or what they consumed was other doctrines and philosophies outside of the law, statutes, and commandments that God had given them.
Right.
And the good and evil that they learned was the evil that they learned because they was already taught the good with the law. The evil that they learned was the ramification or the results or the recompense of disobeying God. That was the evil that they were going to learn. Understand? So in context, right, what we're trying to show you is that outside of the law is the world. This is what this is talking about. The law that was given to Adam and Eve, which was given to Adam and shared with Eve, they were in the truth. Then outside of the truth was the other tree, the sources of information, the sources of philosophy and knowledge and wisdom in the world. And we're going to show you that today as well. But this is the foundation of it, because this is the beginning of it, because this is when the law was given in the earth for the first time to a man that the world calls Adam.
Right.
Okay? So now, let's go. That's it on that, right?
Yeah, verse 6, sir. That was in the verse 6.
Let me see if we can use 7. Hold on, let me get there.
Come on.
Because I didn't put 7 down on my list. Because I got a lot of stuff here. And okay, read 7.
Book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 7. And the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons.
So now, what this is saying is that they realized, you understand, they were exposed. That's the nakedness.
Right.
They realized that they were exposed. And the fig leaves representing they were trying to hide amongst the other nations. You're going to see as we go on.
Oh, God.
They're trying to hide they're trying to hide from the Lord. You understand? That's what they're trying to do. Their eyes were open and they realized that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons, coverings. There's a scripture that says how we cover with a covering, but not of the Spirit of God. This is the same thing. I can't recall it off the top of my head. I know a lot of scriptures, but I can't recall exactly a lot of them where they are. You understand? But we cover with a covering, but not of the Lord's Spirit. That's us. And that's what happened here. They put on the philosophies of the other nations. And now we just setting the foundation for what we're going to teach here tonight. So you can understand the origin of it and how it all came about and how it comes to a crescendo or a culmination. You understand? That's what's happening now. You understand? And we're going to get into it, Lord allow, with the time, because it's a lot of scriptures and a lot of breakdowns here. So let's go to Daniel 7:23.
Okay.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 23. So now, the beast and his mark. So we already proven, and we're going to prove it even further, that the beast is a man.
That's right.
Right?
I got it right.
Or men. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and read Daniel while the brother. I got you. You got it?
Book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth.
So now, here it is, the beast. Remember, the serpent in the garden was described as the most subtle beast. Right? So here, read it again.
Book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth.
So here, he's saying that the beast are 4 kingdoms. Okay, you put that together now. The beast here, Daniel was saying that the beast is 4 kingdoms, right? And we know who the kingdoms are. You understand what I'm saying? But we're not going to get in that too much tonight because that's going to take up a lot of time. Okay, read on.
Which shall be diverse from all kingdoms.
So this 4th kingdom, these 4 kingdoms is going to spring out of a certain kingdom. You understand, which we're going to show you. And they're going to be diverse from all the other kingdoms. They're going to be different from all the other kingdoms. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you a hint as to what I'm talking about. The whole earth outside of the USA is on the metric system. The United States of America is the only nation on the earth that I know of that still is outside of the metric system for measurements and weights. That's diverse. The United States is the leading country of exporting libidique around the earth. Number 1. You can marry another man. You understand? So this nation, these 4 kingdoms are diverse. It started with Greece.
Okay.
That was the first Edomite nation. Oh, man. What did I do? Help me out, bro. Oh. Salakia, I hit the wrong button. So that's the example of a nation being diverse. And we're going to prove all of these things as we go along. But I want you to connect the dots as we move along. You understand? That's the whole point. So that we can understand exactly what we're talking about here about this beast. And these Christians and these other philosophies and other fake Israelite groups
right
can't tell you about some chip, some microchip. Any more on that?
Khan.
Read.
Khan. Which shall be diverse from all kingdoms and shall devour the whole earth.
They're going to devour the whole earth, man. Who did that?
Right.
The Edomites. The oppressor.
Right.
You understand? They're devouring the whole earth. They're starving Cuba to death. They took Venezuela. They sat Canada down. They're about to take Iran, Japan, and all of the Eastern Pacific nations is on their jock. China and Russia and Iran is standing against them. But everybody else is pulling on the cord, baby.
Oh, man.
I pray you understand.
Oh, God.
You understand anymore?
Oh, God.
Read on.
And shall tread it down.
Shall tread it down, man. Shall walk all over the world. That's what they're doing with their military might. Remember the military might, too. Right?
Damn right.
That's it on that?
Just a little more.
Finish it up.
Khan. And break it in pieces.
And break it in pieces, man. Cause divisions, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he does. That's what the devil does. His first technique was to cause a division between a man and a woman.
Right.
That's Adam and Eve. Right? Go to verse 17 in the same chapter.
Khan. Book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 17. These great beasts, which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth. Verse 18.
Nope, that's it. So these beasts are four kings. And remember, 4 kingdoms.
Right.
Right? So now, let's go to Daniel, chapter 8 and verse 21.
Okay. Book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 21. And the rough goat is the king of Grecia.
So the rough goat, now of course, Daniel saw these animals, and then he was given the information of what these animals represent among these 4 kingdoms. And the first animal, or the first Edomite nation that came, was represented by a rough goat. And that kingdom is, read.
The king of Grecia.
Greece. The first Edomite nation. They're the first kingdom. They're the first beast. You understand?
Okay.
Read on.
Okay. And the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king.
Is the first king. That's Alexander the Great.
Wow.
He was the first Edomite conqueror when they came out of them caves. And then here we have in Greece, the first horn is that first king of Greece, which is Alexander the Great, which he's spoken of in the Apocrypha as well as in the book of Daniel.
Okay.
You understand? He's named in the Apocrypha. The 12-year reign is recorded in the Apocrypha. You understand? In First Ezra. So we understand these things moving forward, right?
Okay.
This is what we're building up to it. You're gonna know what it is. I guarantee you. By the end of this class, you're gonna know what the beast is and what his mark is. You're gonna know because we are taught that. Commander General Yohanan taught all of us. He taught the generals who taught the captains, who taught the officers above us, and taught us.
That's right.
You understand? That's how it works in Isupk. That's how it works in the Bible and always will work that way. You understand? Any more on 23?
No, that was 21. We want to go down to
23? Yeah, we're going to go to 23. Salakia.
Okay. Verse 22. Now that being broken, whereas 4 stood up for it, 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation.
So now 4 kingdoms is going to come out of Greece. 4 Edomite nations going to come out of Greece. You understand? Read on.
Okay, but not in his power.
Not in his power, not the power of Alexander. You understand? Read on.
Verse 23. And in the latter time of their kingdom.
In what time?
The latter time.
In the latter time. That's the time now. The latter times. The fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth.
Damn.
Read.
It's like in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
You understand? That's where we're at now. We're in the latter days.
Damn right.
Remember, they're perverse or diverse from other nations.
Okay.
Right? And in the latter time of the kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, meaning when the transgressors' time is up, their full time is up with that fourth beast, that fourth kingdom.
Right.
That's what it means when it says, when the transgressors are come to full, when they come to full power, when they've beaten the earth down and conquered the earth and taken control of all of the resources of the earth, because that was the prophecy. That was the blessing of Esau, that through the fatness of the earth, which is the resources, he would take it by the sword. You'll find that in the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verses 38 through 42. So now, that's it on 23. Read 24.
Verse 24. Book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 24. And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully.
He shall destroy wonderfully.
Good night.
I mean, the way he destroyed, look how he destroyed Venezuela.
Right.
Didn't lose one man. And one of the two men that were injured, Trump gave him a medal last night at the what they call it, the presidential address, the State of the Nation address. They didn't lose a man. That's destroying wonderfully. When you can destroy all of those people that they killed and kidnap their president, that's destroying wonderfully. You understand? Read on.
And shall prosper.
And shall prosper. Oh, they're going to make money now, boy.
Right.
Read on.
And practice. And shall destroy the mighty and the holy people.
You understand? They're going to destroy the Israelites, man. That's what they're doing. We're the targets. All of these things that the Most High prescribed for us to understand in this day, that's what's important. That we keep our eye on this and we rely on what God tells us so that we can stay strong in our faith and don't falter, man. Don't worry about what these devils is doing. I know it's hard watching them enjoy themselves. It's hard for me because I hate them with a perfect hatred, as does the Most High.
Damn right.
You understand? So this is the understanding that we get about this beast. That's it on 24. Now, let's go to Ecclesiastes 3 and 18. Ecclesiastes 3 and 18. Read. Okay, so what we're going to show here, all of these scriptures are going to connect. And there's more. You understand? I couldn't even use all of the scriptures that I found pertaining to this in one class. But I'm going to give you what I got.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 18. I said in mine heart concerning the estate of the sons of men.
Concerning the estate of the sons of men. Estate is what you control and own. What you have power over. Real estate.
Right.
You understand? The estate of the sons of men, read.
That the Most High might manifest them.
That the Most High might reveal them.
Damn right.
That he might reveal them according to the state that they're in and the estate, the things that they control, the things that they have power over. Read.
And that they might see that they themselves are beasts.
Read it again.
that they might see that they themselves are beasts.
You understand? They're in power, but they're going to see that they're just beasts.
That's right.
Remember that. The
Mhm.
mark of the beast. Everything pertaining to the beast is against the Most High. Everything.
Damn
Everything he does, everything he teaches, everything he eats, his conduct is against the Most High. He's a beast. He's like an animal. An animal just follows his instincts to destroy and devour whatever he wants, whatever he can. He's a damn beast. You understand? Now, give me Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 24.
Okay.
He's a beast. Even though he's in power, even though he has power and has this image and wears a suit and a tie and clean shaven, he's a damn beast.
That's right.
That's what the hell he is. He's a beast. Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 24.
Okay. It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 24. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it.
Salakia. It said, read it again.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 24. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world.
So what this is simply talking about is what we were talking about with Adam and Eve.
Mm-hmm.
The price of sin is death. So death came into the world because that serpent, that devil in Adam and Eve envied the righteousness of Adam and Eve. So he determined to divide them by telling that sister Eve lies and taking her out of the truth into the world. You understand?
Okay.
Nevertheless, through the envy of the devil came death into the world.
Right.
Death under the law. That they that do hold on his side do find it. You stay over there, you're going to find death. You stay in that world, you're going to find death.
That's right.
Because he's on the other side. He's not on the side of the righteous. He's not on the side of Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
That's right.
He's not on our side. You understand? We got to understand this beast to the fullest, man. Because he's a beast. You understand? How the hell do you knowingly eat children's beef jerky?
Good night.
He did it. He had a recipe. So now, give me Ezekiel 34. Ezekiel chapter 34.
Okay.
Because we're going to give you every aspect of this beast so that you will have no doubt as to who it is and what his mark is. Read verse 5.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 34, verse 5. And they were scattered because there is no shepherd.
Okay, so this is talking about the Israelites. We're scattered because our leaders wasn't doo-doo. Our leaders fell.
Right.
And therefore, we were sheep without a shepherd. Right? Read on.
And they became meat to all the beasts of the field when they were scattered.
And we became the meat of all the beasts, meaning that we became the sustenance of all the other nations as we are today. Do you realize how important the Hispanic tribes have been to the development and the economics of America?
That's right.
Do you think they have an ounce of gratitude for that?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Right.
They hate those Hispanic brothers. Like I've been saying, growing up, I always thought that black people was number one on the list of hatred, but we are not. They hate us just as much. They don't hate us more. The only reason why they ain't deporting us because they can't legally now.
Right.
They working on it.
Sure.
Trust and believe. They working on it. So we became the meat to all the beasts of the field when we were scattered, because when we're united together, we powerful people, man.
That's right.
And when we are righteous and with the Lord and obeying the Lord, nobody can fuck with us. We're unfuckwittable.
Damn right.
When we're with the Lord. That's what we are. And that's what we're going to be again.
Both sides.
Understand? But the man of sin has to be revealed. We got to, pull down his pants, man. Oh, Salakia, no. We just got to put the light on him. Pause.
Yes.
So, now read verse 8.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 34, verse 8. As I live, saith the Lord power, truly because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field.
So here's the Most High. Listen what the Most High says. As I live. That means for sure. Without a doubt. Surer than the sun is going to shine on the earth somewhere tomorrow. The word of God said this is going to go down, that we would become the meat or the sustenance of every nation on the earth.
Okay.
And the reason for these type of scriptures is to show you that these beasts, which are kingdom nations, you understand, are oppressing us and sucking our blood and our resources and our talent. That's what they're doing. Read on.
Okay. Because there was no shepherd, neither did my shepherds search for my flock, but the shepherds fed themselves and fed not my flock.
That's Christianity.
Damn right.
They're not looking to save you. They're not looking to join with the Lord and Yahushua.
No.
They're looking to put money in their pockets. They feeding themselves.
Right.
So this is the first interjection of a characteristic of Christianity right here, right? Which we're going to get more. You understand? We're going to get more. That's it on that?
Come on, sir.
Give me the book of Jude, chapter 1 and verse 7. Jude, chapter 1 and verse 7. Because I'm going to use the Apocrypha, the Old Testament, and the New Testament to make this point tonight. You understand?
It's the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
Understand? Sodom and Gomorrah and the 5 cities of the valley, they got burnt up. And brothers and sisters, you can go there right now. They got tours. You go to Israel, they take you on a tour. And you guess what? Nothing can grow there until this day. Understand? That's the eternal fire. That fire burned them up. Ain't the only trace is the dead land and the salt flats and those things that are over there now.
Good night.
Understand? Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication, unlawful sex, bestiality, pederasty, or whatever the hell it is, pedophilia, bestiality, the community, all of that is fornication.
Right.
And going after strange flesh. It's strange for a man to look at another man. Oh, he look good. Yo. That's strange, yo. That is strange, man. That's some strange shit. You understand?
Damn right.
You understand? Looking at a sheep or animal,
come on,
and wanting and desiring it. I'm getting off it. Suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. Why do we bring up Sodom and Gomorrah? Very simple. We're going to show you the relationship between the 4th kingdom and Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon the beast.
Right.
We're going to show you. You understand? So that's why we went here, right? So now go to verse 16 in Jude.
Book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 16. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lust.
Walking after their own lust. Everything they do for power. Wanting power is lust. Wanting to destroy people is lust. Read on.
And their mouth speaketh great swelling words.
Oh, man, they get the big head, man.
Right.
They get swolled up. Donald Trump gets swelled up with himself every time he talks.
Good night.
Read on.
Having men's persons in admiration because...
Hold on. Okay. Having men's persons in admiration. They admire him or whoever is like him.
Mm.
They admire wicked people because what? Because they're able to accumulate wealth and power. That's the admiration. You understand? Of men's persons. In admiration, read on.
Because of advantage.
Because they got the advantage. Because they got the advantage. The advantage is the power and the military might, the media, control over the earth's resources. If Venezuela didn't want to give up those resources and put them in the market for American companies to exploit them, we'll just take them. We're going to take the resources that they discovered on Greenland. Greenland was just a piece of island on the map all my life. Now they're willing to go to war over it because they discovered rare earth minerals and plutonium and uranium there. Remember this about the oppressor. Everything's about money.
Right.
Money, power, respect. I don't think they care about respect, though.
Yeah, word.
You understand? They just want the money and the power, man. They don't give a damn whether you respect them or not. Hence, Epstein Island. Can you really respect those kind of people? Let's be real. If they wasn't rich and powerful, would you have any respect for them?
Hell.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Give me Isaiah 13:1. Isaiah 13:1. We're going to give you all the what's the word I'm looking for? Characteristics.
Attributes, sir?
And attributes of this kingdom that's called the beast. The psychology of it. You understand the lust of it. You understand the way it proceeds, what it learns, what it teaches. The book of Isaiah, where's it at? 13. Yeah, I'm here. Read.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amoz, did see.
You understand? The burden is what Babylon has to carry with it, what it has to do. When you have a burden in the field, that's your work, right? So we understand the prophet Isaiah saw the burden of Babylon. Now go to verse 19.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
You understand? Hey. Babylon, we in Babylon.
That's right.
It's going to get overthrown, burnt up like Sodom and Gomorrah, just like the other scripture said. You see the connections? You know, one thing Yanazar learned since I came into this school, by the grace of the Most High in Christ and the men above me, they taught me how to connect the dots. And I know how to do it. And I do it because I love to do it. It's my work.
Right.
And I want you to do it. And I want you to do it better than me. Because some of you will. Some of you will. Trust and believe. So now, read on. No, that's Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, that was verse
13. Read 20. Get 20, man. Because remember what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah, and remember what I just said about the aftermath thereof. Read 20.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there.
He says that Babylon, once it's destroyed like Sodom and Gomorrah, nobody's going to live there no more. Because nobody lives in Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what I was just telling you. The place, the location of Sodom and Gomorrah didn't leave the face of the earth. It's still there. But there's nothing there. When the Most High burnt up Sodom and Gomorrah, he burnt up everything. Nothing can even grow there.
Good night.
You think I'm lying? You think I'm lying? Go ask anybody that's been over. I think Captain Zariak said he went there.
Oh, yeah.
I believe.
He did, sir.
No. It's true, man. This Bible is the truth, man. Nobody making up nothing.
Right.
Now, give me Wisdom of Solomon 2:11 through 16.
Okay.
You know, the times that we live in, man, we have to have something that keeps us glued together, that keeps our spirit, strong and in the truth, and our faith strong. And our faith is proven by the works that we do, what we do. Understand?
Damn right.
And these devils want to take your spirit and destroy it, man. But in Isupk, under Commander Junior Hunter, they cannot do it.
Right.
So now we're going to get into the psychology, right, of oppression. That's what we're going to get into a few verses here, my brother. If you could.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be is found to be nothing worth.
I'm just going to say to everybody out there, all the brothers and sisters, if you really want to understand the mindset of the devil, read Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2.
Good night.
The whole chapter. But we can't do that. But within this chapter is the whole psychology, the whole mindset of the devil.
Damn.
I'm telling you, man. Kid you not. We're going to get a piece of it tonight. Let our strength be the law of justice. Let our strength, you understand? Let our might be right. Let might be right. That's what that means.
That's right.
For that which is feeble, but that which is weak is found to be worth nothing. So if you're weak, he doesn't value you. You're just there to be exploited.
Damn.
You understand? Might is right. So we have to get the might. That's what Trump said last night. We got peace through strength. We have to increase our military to stay strong so that we can have peace. You understand?
Interesting.
Read verse 12.
Okay, verse 12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous.
Let us set a trap for the righteous people.
Damn.
That's what lie in wait for means. Set a trap. You understand? Read on.
Because he is not for our turn.
He ain't down with us. The righteous man ain't down with us.
That's right.
He ain't down with us in our turn. This is our turn to rule. The righteous man is not down with us. You understand? Read on.
And he is clean, contrary to our doings.
He's clean. He's different from us. Ain't that what we've been saying? Ain't that what the Bible says? That Jacob is not like them. We're not like them.
Right.
Commander Junior Hunter said Monday night, he said, this is not how we really are. Because we're not like them. But they've conned us and persuaded us and oppressed us to be into in wickedness away from our righteousness so that we could be like them and think that they're great because they're on top. But they're a beast. They're the worst kind of beast. Most High said they was going to go crawling on their stomach, meaning living low to the ground, because they low-life beasts, man. You understand? The Epstein files, I'm trying to tell you, this is normal practices. And we learn about the history, pediostery.
Right.
I don't never say that word right, which was a common practice in the Greek and Roman empires, which are two of the four Edomite empires that are spoken of. You understand? Read on.
Come. And he is and he is clean, contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law.
He upbraideth us, meaning the righteous corrects him. This is a word that I'm trying to get it in my mind. But we correct him or we challenge him. That's what upbraided means.
Oh, chastise?
Yeah, we chastise them. That's what it means.
Come.
We chastise them for their wickedness, man. He upbraideth us, meaning that we chastise them or call them out for the wickedness that they do.
Damn right.
Read on.
Upbraideth us with our offending the law.
With our offending the law, meaning that we tell them that they're breaking the law. They don't give a damn.
Right.
The righteous tell them that they're breaking the law or offending the law, right?
Yes.
Read on.
And objecteth to our infamy, the transgressings of our education.
Meaning, they're saying that we hate that they on top and they're famous and they looking good and they on top of the world and they doing their thing. That's their infamy. They're infamous. But now you're infamous for the Epstein file.
Right.
For pederasty. For child molestation. Commanding General Hunter said that he had a picture where they had a baby on a platter like you have a pig cooked.
Nice.
If you watch the show Monday, you know I'm telling the truth, and you damn well know Commander General Hunter is telling the truth.
That's right.
These are the people that run the world, man. They just beasts, man. They cooked a baby, man. If you think I'm lying, go back and watch the show. He said he had the picture in his lap, and he said he ain't going to show it because it'll mess the people up if they saw what he had.
God damn.
Read on.
Come, verse 13. He professeth to have the knowledge of the Most High.
The righteous profess to have the knowledge of the Most High. You damn skippy.
That's right.
Yeah, we do have the knowledge of the Most High. Read on.
And he calleth himself the child of the Lord.
And he calleth himself the child of the Lord. Do we not call ourselves the child of the Lord?
That's right.
Read on.
Verse 14. He was made to reprove our thoughts.
He was made to criticize or to reprove their thoughts. The righteous are here to stand. Who shall stand for me against the wicked ones? That's what it says in the Psalms. Who's going to stand up for me against the wicked ones? That's what this is talking about. The righteous ones are going to stand up. You understand? Read on.
Okay, verse 15. He is grievous unto us, even to behold.
He is grievous for us. We don't even like looking at them niggas.
That's right.
Them Hispanics. We don't even like looking at them. They disgust us. That's why it's easy to kill us. You understand? They still killing us on a daily basis. You understand?
Good.
Read on.
For his life is not like other men's.
His life is not like us. They not like us.
Right.
Our life, the life of the righteous is not like other men. That's what they're saying. Read.
His ways are of another fashion.
There are two manner of people in thy womb.
That's right.
And two nations shall be separated.
That's right.
From thy bowels. That's the birth of Esau, the Edomites, and Jacob, the Israelites. Two different nations, two different mannerisms, two different cultures, two different natures. You understand?
Damn right.
Read on.
Verse 16. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
Yeah, you are counterfeit.
Damn right.
We are esteemed by the righteous to be counterfeit. Yeah, you're counterfeit. You're counterfeit Jews.
Right.
You counterfeit rulers.
Right.
You're simply counterfeit. Read on.
He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness.
He abstains from the filthiness of their ways.
Damn.
That's what we're told to do. That's what the law, statutes, and commandments gives us. The ability, the strength, the faith to abstain from the wickedness of this world.
Damn.
That's what we do. Read on.
He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed.
You understand? He says that the good people is going to wind up being blessed. Isn't that what the Isupk says? Doesn't the Bible say that we're going to take the kingdom and rule forever and ever?
Right.
They know these things. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. You understand? So this is a quick synopsis. It's much more in this verse. In this chapter, from verse 1 on down to verse 24. About the psychology of the oppressor and oppression, the motivation, the desired results, all of these things are there. But that's another story for another day. Now let's go to Ecclesiastes 3 and 19.
Okay.
We're doing good on the time. I think we might get them all in. I just want to remind everybody, you understand what I'm saying, that tonight's topic is the beast and his mark. So we're giving you a plethora, I always wanted to use that word, of characteristics and attributes of him. psychological, physical, and spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Come.
So let's get a little bit more here. In the book of Ecclesiastes 3, and let me get there with you, brother.
Come.
3 and 19, Baba Kashah.
Come. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 19. For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts.
You understand? Whatever happens, the same thing that beasts do, the same thing that men, the sons of men. We're the sons of God. The sons of men are the other nations. You understand? Remember, the sons of God are the ones that were judged in Genesis. You understand? So now the sons of men, right? Read it again from the top.
Come. Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 19. For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts. Even one thing befalleth them. As the one dieth, so dieth the other.
Animals die and beasts die.
That's right.
Same way. Read on.
Yea, they have all one breath.
They all breathe the same oxygen and they all breathe. Read.
So that a man hath no preeminence above a beast, for all is vanity.
You understand? He's no better than a beast.
Damn right.
Because all the things that he's doing is vanity, is worthless.
Good night.
It's worthless, man. All of these things that they're doing on the earth, going to the moon,
Right.
going under the sea, and genetically bringing back the dire wolf and the woolly mammoth, and it's bullshit, man.
Right. Damn right, sir.
Baba Shah, brother. Let's go to the book of Revelation.
Okay.
So now we're giving you attributes of the beast, right? Psychological, what he's really worth, all these things. But now we're going to start summing it up and putting it all together here, right? And then we're going to get to the final part, which is the mark of the beast, which has so many people shaking. Oh, the mark of the beast. Oh, they're going to put a chip in me. They're going to be able to manipulate my thoughts. Really? Revelation 16, 13, and 14. Chapter 16, verse 13 and 14. Baba Shah.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits, like frogs, come out of the mouth of the dragon.
So he sees 3 unclean spirits. They look like frogs. You know, frogs are filthy and slimy.
Right.
And they're unclean. You can't eat frog.
Damn right.
A frog will eat anything. I mean, literally. I seen you see those videos on Amazon, not Amazon, on YouTube, where they threw the mouse in the cage with the frog, and the frog just swallowed them. What? You ain't see that? They just put it in there. Look it up. They put insects in there. Anything. They put in that cage with that frog just. So the frog it's a metaphor for filthiness. These are filthy spirits. You understand? Unclean spirits.
Right.
3 unclean spirits like frogs out of the mouth of the dragon.
Right.
Right? So this dragon, which we're going to make that clear soon, is spewing a certain philosophy. Bringing about a certain spirit. Epstein files.
Right.
Message. It's a certain spirit that comes with all of this. Understand? Me. That's part of the spirit. Me, the me spirit. I can do whatever I want. I can have sex with whoever I want. I can marry whoever I want. I can eat whatever I want. That's the unclean spirit. Read on.
Come. And out of the mouth of the beast.
So the dragon and the beast is together. So the dragon is part of the beast. And we're going to make that clear what that is very shortly. Bob Shah. And read.
And out of the mouth of the false prophet.
So now, within this context, you understand, is the false prophet or the false religion or the false the false faith.
Come on.
Here we got Christianity plugged in again. Because that's the religion that they created and used to conquer the earth.
That's right.
It's Christianity. They conquered North, South, Central America, Hawaii, Japan, all of Africa, Greenland, Europe, and part of Russia is Christian. China's trying to hold them off with the nunchucks.
Yeah.
China's trying to hold them off. Good luck. I'm just trying to speak it and bring it out in a way that our people can understand what's going on here.
Right.
And I believe that you do, because I know you're intelligent. I know this. And I know that your spirit is going to allow you to understand, because as it says in Proverbs 28:5, that those who seek the Lord will understand all things.
That's right.
And we understand what's going on. If you give the ISUPK information, we're going to get the proper understanding of it. That's what that means. Right? So read on.
Verse 14. For they are the spirits of devils.
Of who?
Of devils.
Of how many?
Of devils.
Multiple devils. It's not no one devil. It's a whole race of them.
That's right. For sure.
For they are the spirits of devils working, read.
Working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of the Most High Almighty.
So let's get a little breakdown on this. What this is talking about is technology. You understand? The reason why they want these rare earth metals, right, is for cell phones, guided missile systems, lasers, and weaponry. That's what it's telling you here, that all of these miracles that go forth, they're sharing their technology with the whole earth to bring the whole earth up to date in weaponry, in preparation to fight against the Most High, and I'm going to prove it. You understand? It says they're doing all of this. As for they are the spirits of the devils, working miracles which go forth, meaning the purpose, unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them together, to unite them together against God. Read verse 15. I wasn't going to read this, but I got to put Yahweh Shai Mashiach in this mix right here.
Okay. Book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame.
So I got to break this down for you if you don't already know. Because why did Christ actually interject his speech, his voice there? Because this is when they coming against Christ. Behold, I come as a thief. They ain't ready for me. You ain't ready when the thief come through.
Right.
You sleeping or you ain't at home. Bless he that watches. We're the watchers because we understand everything. We can understand everything. We're the watchers. Matter of fact, the prophets were called seers and watchers in the ancient days. Before they were called prophets, they were called seers because they were the ones that watched out for the people according to what God told them in the scriptures. That's the same job that we have today.
Right.
Lest and keepeth his garment. And keepeth his garment means that you stay in your culture.
That's right.
You stay in your culture because it's being returned to you. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Your culture is going to be returned. I was watching this movie the other night. It was a cowboy movie. It was late. I couldn't sleep.
Yep.
So I went on Prime. They got all these Westerns. And I was watching this. I like cowboy and Indian movie. I was watching this movie and I was looking at the fly clothes that the Native Indians had. And you know what they had on? They had fringes with a border of blue.
Damn right.
The movie was made, I think, in 1956. Wow. See, they wasn't hiding everything back then. You understand? But the end of the movie, The Indians, those native Indians, are wearing fringes on the border of their garments with a border of blue. I said, "Oh, look at this! Come." I can't remember. I'm sorry, I didn't know I was going to talk about it. I can't remember the movie, but it's on Prime streaming. And when you just put it, it's I'm gonna find out the name of it. But anyway, lest he walk naked. Remember, Adam and Eve found out they were naked. They were exposed. They were caught up in the other cultures.
Right.
That's what this is talking about. And they see his shame because you're going to get caught out there. You're going to be caught up with the devil. You're going to be in his culture and not in your own. You're going to be believing in his philosophies and not in your own. The scripture says that at a certain point, and the Most High is going to laugh at them. Could you find that for me? He's going to laugh at them. It's in the Psalm. And I'm going to tell you something, man. It's one of my most earnest prayers, man, that if I could just hear the Most High laugh at them. Can you imagine that? The scripture says he's going to laugh at them. We laugh at him too. Read that. Just read that real quick.
Okay. It's the book of Psalms, Psalm 37, verse 13. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming.
Yep.
Most High Christ.
Have a laugh, y'all. It's all right. The Most High gonna laugh at them. But they funny as hell. You understand? When you get to a certain level where you can look down on them and laugh at them, it's like a bad comedy show. But in between there's a couple of good jokes. You know what I mean? You understand? This is the beast, man. Right? Yeah. So let's get some more. We finished 14 and 15, right? Okay, so now let's go Revelation 18. We're going to read from 1 to 7, Baba Kashah. Revelation 18, 1 through 7. We're talking about the beast and his image and his mark. We're going to get to it. Just hold tight.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. So
the angel in this context is a messenger. You understand? Because that's what Elohim, which is in the prayer, Elohaya is angels or messengers.
Damn.
You understand? Read on.
Verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying,
came out and he yelled this. Read.
With a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of the devils.
Become the habitation. It's falling right now. It's falling. You know, the foundation is breaking. It is going to collapse. You understand? It is falling because it's become the habitation of devils. You understand? Read.
And the hold of every foul spirit.
Every foul, filthy spirit. The spirits that we've been talking about all evening. The spirits of pediastrophy,
right,
bestiality, fornication, making the master race, all of these things that they're trying to do. And they will not, I was watching the show, they was talking about the experiments that they're doing up on that lab that they got up there.
Oh, no.
And they would never tell you.
Oh, no.
The reporter asked the one of the astronauts who had just came down because something happened up there and they had to bring down some of the astronauts. And the reporter asked the astronaut, what kind of experiments are y'all doing up there, guys? And he dodged it like a swift politician. But they're not telling you the experiments that they're trying to do up there.
Right.
For those of you who may not know, in the outer space and zero gravity, you can do different type of experiments that you can't do on the earth. That's why they're doing experiments up there.
God damn.
Though they make their nest amongst the stars, meaning they're creating something up there. They're making something up there. Keep watching. Yanazar is not lying to you.
Oh, God.
The Bible is not, and certainly the Most High is not.
Damn right.
He's telling you everything. You understand? And read on, in the cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Damn right.
You understand? Vultures. Those,
Right.
the hateful birds are the predator birds. They smell like hell. They stink.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna tell you, that's why they foul. You ever been in a zoo and been near a vulture?
The hell no.
God damn.
That bad.
They smell horrible because they eat dead flesh.
Ugh.
You understand? But I'm just giving you, a little sidebar right there.
I didn't know that.
Even eagles. I remember about 4 years ago on my block, 2 eagles landed on one of the light poles, and they're beautiful, man. But they smell. Eagles are beautiful, man. Them golden, them brown eagles.
Yeah.
You see them all the time flying. That was the first time I seen one close. They landed on the pole, on the light pole in my on my block.
It was huge.
They was huge, man. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no pigeon. I tell you that one.
That's right.
Okay.
Go, God.
Read on.
Go, God. Verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, oh, wait, slide it.
Read
Verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Ooh, that's a heavy one right there.
Right.
All the nations are participating. That's what it means, drunk the wine. You understand? They took the red pill. Well, was it the blue pill?
I think it's the red. No, it's the blue pill.
They took the blue pill. They down with it.
Yeah.
That's the drinking of the wine, drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication. They're participating in her anger and her unlawfulness. Read on.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Ooh-wee. Didn't they just denounce the Prince of England?
Yeah,
Stripped him of his title. Isn't the ambassador from England to the United States, didn't he just resign? That's what we're talking about. All of these dudes was in the Epstein files committing fornication with the kings of America. They was all down there. Wasn't they Clinton? Even Hillary.
Right.
Boy, I can't wait to hear about Hillary.
Yeah, me neither, sir.
I think Hillary is a super freak. That's just my opinion.
Not Hillary.
Hillary was there, yo.
Yeah, she was.
What was Hillary doing there? What was she doing there with Bill that she couldn't do at home?
Right. Oh.
You understand? Hey, boy, I heard some rumors about it, but I ain't gonna say it.
Good night.
But anyway, read on.
Go, God. And the merchants of earth, it's like the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
You understand? Everybody's getting rich with her.
Right.
The delicacies. You understand? Child, beef jerky. Children a la plata. Plata a la children. A child on a platter. I'm not saying that's their delicacy, but they did it. And they used to do it out in California on that island, that place, I can't think of the name of it, where they used to do those, it was a place in California where they used to do child sacrifice and stuff like that. I can't remember the name of it anyway.
In California?
Mm-hmm. The grove, some kind of grove. Some kind of grove, they used to do it. But anyway, let's get back and we don't kill all this time we got. You understand? Read on.
Oh, God, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
Understand? He's telling us, his people, so-called black, so-called Hispanic, so-called First Nation people, come out of her. Don't participate. It's talking about participation because there's no way to run. They got control over the whole earth. You understand? There's no way to run.
Right.
But you can come out of her by not participating. That's why we don't vote.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying? We don't do none of these things that they do in the world
Damn right.
to help uphold this system that hates us. Come out of her, my people, so that you do not be that ye be not partakers of her sins, and their sins, the sins reach all the way to heaven, it says. We're going to see that. And that you receive not of her plagues, read.
Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities.
Most High remember everything they did. And them scribes up in heaven, those writers, they writing everything down. Read on.
Verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works.
You understand? Give them, they're going to get double for what they did.
Damn right.
Whatever evil they did on this earth, remember Christ said, whatever you've done to the least of my brethren, you've done it to me.
Right.
That's what Christ says. So Christ is going to get revenge. And whatever little evil they done and they thinking they getting away with it and they all proud and sitting up there on TV proud.
Right.
I'm an American. I've done nothing wrong. You understand? That's what they say, right? Well, we know what the deal is. Read on.
In the cup which she hath filled to her double.
Understand that her cup is filthy, man.
Damn right.
Her cup is filthy as hell. Polluted the earth, violence,
right,
sexual deviancies, Leviticus, all these things that we keep saying over and over again. That's the cup. That's what she poured the drink. Remember, they're drinking the wine of her fornication. That's what she filled her cup with. That's what everybody's drinking from. But in Isupk and the Commander General Yohana, we ain't taking a sip.
Right.
We don't even, well, we try not to even smell it, but it's getting kind of funky out here. You know what I'm saying? Getting kind of funky. It's hard not to smell it, if you know what I mean. We're talking spiritually. Read on.
Verse 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously.
Ooh, they living deliciously. So anything they want to eat, travel with the best planes and the best hotel. You know what I'm saying? Taking whatever little children they want to take.
Right.
This is the wicked part that I hate. Some of the parents give the children to them, sell the children to them for money. Yeah. That came out in the Epstein file. Also today, one of the women that had, like in the Epstein files, they have what they call witness statements. So one of the women that, this was reported today in all the channels, one of the women who had accused Trump of essaying her testimony, it was missing, went missing. That's just a little hint. I listen to the news. I be turning different channels trying to catch everything I can catch because I am a seer. It's my responsibility to do it. It is. And tell you about it. Just like Commander General Yohana. What do you think Commander General Yohana is doing, man? He watching all of this, reading, studying more than me.
That's right.
Working harder than me. And bring us information that will blow your mind. If you didn't know better. Read on.
So much torment and sorrow give her.
Oh, she gonna catch it. Read on.
For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
I'm a queen. I'm effeminate. I'm no widow. I got somebody to hit it for me. I'm just putting it in a certain way. I'm no widow. You understand? I got all the sexual partners that I need. You understand? A widow doesn't have nobody.
Right.
But I'm no widow. That means I got somebody tightening my cords for me, so to speak. This is all about evil sexual deviancy. That's what this is talking about, man. And her or the devils or the beast putting themselves in a position like a queen that can't be touched. She's untouchable, but she's not a widow. Get it? Where I'm at. Sit as a queen, and I'm no widow, and shall see no, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. I ain't gonna see no sorrow. Because I got the military might. And I ain't gonna see no hardship. I'll whip your tukis. Who's going to come against me? Who's going to bring me down to the ground? That's what's in his heart. This is the same thing that it says in Obadiah. When he saith he deceiveth himself, will say it in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Thus saith the Lord, from thence I will bring thee down to the ground. At this certain point, the Most High is going to bring them down. When they reach the height of their power, that's what we're reading about, them reaching the height of their power, and they're there. They're there. They're making their nest amongst the stars. They're there.
Right.
They're the beast, and he has a mark. So now we're going to get into it further.
Oh,
go to verse 10.
Come on. Book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, this great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Oh, yes.
It says,
you want to read it again, sir?
Yeah, read it again.
Book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
Of course, there's 3 scriptures that tell you that it's going to be destroyed in 1 hour.
Good night.
Understand? But we're going to get into the economic aspect of it. We done dealt with the spiritual aspect of it, the sexual deviancy aspect of it. So now we're going to get more into the economics of it. We've already been partially into the military. We're going to go into that a little bit more. Understand? It's standard. Then we're going to end with the slam dunk. Come on. Yes.
Verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
That economic system is destroyed.
Uh-oh.
You understand? Remember, no man will buy or sell unless they have the mark. Right? So this is the economic aspect of it, and then we're going to put it together. Read.
Verse 12. The merchandise of gold and silver, and precious stones, and of pearls, and fine linen, and purple, and silk, and scarlet, and all thine wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner of vessels of most precious wood, and of brass and iron, of marble.
So all of the material things that they've taken from the earth, the resources,
right?
You understand, is the source of a lot of their income. You understand? Read on.
Verse 13. And cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men.
See that shit?
All that.
And souls. All of these things are spoken of here are the sources of their wealth. And slaves and the souls of men. They got P. Diddy sold. They done made all the money they could make off of him. They got his soul, the souls of men. Understanding slaves, man.
Good night.
They want to make us slaves again. Trust me, they're going to try to do it. I know they're going to try to do it because the Bible says it. That's what this is talking about here. Hold on, I lost my page. 18. You understand? The souls of men, frankincense and wine, and all of these things, sheep and beasts, all of these things are commerce. Commercial, when you go to the stock market, all of these things you can invest in. All of them. That's the economic plight of the beast, or part of the beast. You understand? Read on.
Verse 14. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee.
This is talking about the collapse of their economic system and all the wonderful things that they had here in this kingdom. They're going to be deprived of it at the end. They're not going to have it. It's going to be taken from them. You understand? Read on.
And thou shalt find them no more at all.
You shall find them no more.
Damn right.
It. You understand? Read on.
Verse 15. the merchants of these things.
The merchants, see that? The merchants are the business people, of course. They have the ships, they have the planes, the trains. You understand? And the merchandise, what is damn, it's a word I had it and I just lost it. It's the wheel in the wagon of economics. It's the wheel of economics, is the merchandise. And they have all of these abilities to make trade and merchandise. You understand? But in this whole system, they have slavery and they take the souls of men with it. You understand? This is evil. You understand? Read on.
The merchants of these things, which were made rich by her.
It was made rich by her. The merchants are the businessmen, the corporations. That's what that is. Read on.
Shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. Verse 16. And saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. Verse 17. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off. Verse 18. And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city?
So here it is. You understand? It's talking about the shipping and the merchandise and all the commerce that's going on in the earth today, coming to an end in 1 hour. And when is this going to happen? When Yahushua Mashiach returns.
Damn right.
That's when this is going to happen. Remember what we read earlier, where when they reach the height of their power, they're there now, or they're very close.
You
understand? Sure. AI.
Right.
Watch out for AI. Watch out. It's an evil invention, and they don't have good intention for AI.
Mm-hmm.
That's it on that, right?
That was in the 18th.
Okay, so go to Revelation. Remember, this topic tonight is the beast and his mark. So we're giving you every attribute of it. And then we're just going to tie it up at the end, right? We're getting there. Give me Revelations 19 and 19 and 20.
The book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war.
You understand? So now the beast is gathering together to make war, man. This is what we was talking about earlier, about all of the technology was to gather them together for the great battle.
Right.
Which we're going to show you again in Revelation 12 and 7. But finish this. Read this.
Gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army.
Him that sat on the horse, which you read, is Christ is, they get a vision of Christ riding on a white horse. That's him who's riding on a horse. So they're getting ready to make war with Christ. That's what all the technology is really for.
Right.
Don't be fooled by this. We read it before, and now we're reading it again. Right?
Good night.
Read on.
Verse 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that received the mark of the beast.
Here it is. So now this false prophet, or the spirituality of the beast, which is Christianity,
right,
is going to be taken down with him. Christianity is the mark of the beast. That's the spiritual aspect of the mark of the beast. It's Christianity, because with this, he's conquered the world with it.
Right.
And imposed it forcefully on the inhabitants of the earth. And now they think they love it.
Good night.
Although they've been deceived, as it is written in Matthew 24 and 24, that they would be able to deceive the whole world, even the elect, if it was possible. You understand? Them that, read on.
And them that worship his image.
His image, see? The beast has an image. He has a spiritual doctrine and an image of that spiritual doctrine. What we got?
Oh, sorry. That's a good time to it's like it's short. But I can't see past that little thing right there.
In 47 hours
Yeah,
stream,
if
I
you
will
get
lose access to your Facebook account.
If you get that X right there, sir, like I'm just trying to see this time stamp. My bad, sir.
Yeah, man, you could have told me that after. Hit that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got it. The water, brother. I the ball. So now it says, them that worship the image. What is the image of the beast? Cesar Borgia,
Right.
the white Jesus. That's the image of the beast. The beast is a man. We already proved that. And then the image of his system and his religious doctrine is Caesar Borgia. That's the image of the beast.
Damn right.
Christianity is the mark of the beast. You understand? The dragon is the mark of the beast. The dragon is the military might,
Right.
for those who may not know. Right? Read, finish 20.
Come. And then that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone.
You understand? Remember, we was reading about what was going to happen to Babylon. It's going to be like Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, this is it again.
Damn right.
Nobody's going to be able to live here for a long time. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah. But Sodom and Gomorrah was, nobody can live there to this day. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
So we've gone through the religious, spiritual, political, economic aspects of the beast. The beast has been identified, right? But it's a little bit more, just a little bit more. So now we're going to get into the mark. Now give me Ezekiel 9, chapter 4, and verse. Let's go to, before we go to Ezekiel, go to Revelation 12 and 7 through 9. Remember, it's just talking about what we was reading about in Babylon and Isaiah, and also here about Babylon is that they're preparing to fight against the Most High, right? So let's get that scripture.
Come. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels.
So the war in heaven, Christians believe that this is a war where God is or something. It's crazy. All it is a war in the sky.
Right.
The battle is going to mainly take place in the sky. You understand? With the chariots against the weapons of the earth.
Right.
Right? Michael, who is he's the general of the armies of heaven under Christ. Mayaka Allah is his name.
That's right.
Like General Mayaka Allah, that's Michael. He's the general under Christ of the army. That's what it's talking about.
Damn right.
You understand? And there was war in heaven, and Michael and his angels, his warriors, you understand, fought against the dragon and the dragon's warriors. You understand? His soldiers. Read on.
Come. Verse 8. And prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
So now, they prevailed not, meaning they lost. They lost against Christ. You understand? So now, and neither was their place found anymore in heaven, meaning their rulership. Heaven means where the Most High lives, he's in rulership. Outer space and rulership on earth. That's heaven, Shemayim. So this context of heaven, Shemayim, is that they never going to rule anymore.
Damn right.
Their place was found, was Salakia, not. Neither was their place found anymore in rulership. That's how you Christ. Their rulership is over. And if we go to Isaiah 14 and 21, it says that they will never again build cities on the earth. Their time is up.
Damn right.
We don't have time for that. We're going to try to get these last three. Give me.
Oh, verse 9.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come. Verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan.
You understand? That old serpent You see, the same spirit, the same tactics,
Right.
the same disobedience and deviancy that was spoken of in Genesis. It's the same dude. It's the same spirit.
That's right.
That old serpent called the devil and Satan. You understand? Which deceiveth, read.
Which deceiveth the whole world.
Deceiving the whole world. That's why he says, come out of the world. Come out of her, my people. Come out of her. That's what we got to do. That's what we do in ISUBK. We come out of her.
That's right.
And we try to build ourselves and our bridges and our brotherhood and our sisterhood so that we can be strong enough to fend off the wiles of these devils in this world.
Damn right.
That's what this is all about. Come on.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
You understand? Remember, in 12 and 12, it's going to say the devil has come down from heaven with great wrath because he knows his time is short. He know he's running out of time, but he ain't giving up the ship without a fight.
Right.
He going to fight for it. And you know he is because you know him. He ain't giving all of this up. He ain't going to say, oh, we were wrong. We're going to be righteous and we're going to share everything with everybody.
Right.
You understand? He's not going to do that. He's going to try to throw down with the Most High. That's what all this technology is.
Damn.
That's what AI is about. Giving them technology and experiments that they're doing in outer space that they think that they're going to fight against Christ. That's what we read.
Good night.
We just been reading this. You understand? Is that it on 10?
Come.
So now let's get it. Give me Ezekiel 9 and 4.
Slice. That was in 9.
Let me see.
Revelation 12 and 10. Heard about what's in
No. 9 is good. 9 is good. 9 gives us the point. Now give us Ezekiel 9. We're going to go to Ezekiel 9 and we're going to start at chapter 4. And this is what's going to give you an understanding of what the mark is. You understand? This, I thank Captain Zariak for this because he taught me this. You understand?
Okay.
And this is a really good scripture to get you to understand what the mark is. So if you could, Baba Kashan.
Come. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
So let's stop there now. Let's go through this.
Come.
He says, go into the midst of the city, Jerusalem, meaning Israel, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done there in the midst thereof. That's us. Meaning, go into the city and put something in their mind. That's the mark. It's in your mind. It's a mark of your mind.
Right.
Because what are they doing? They're crying for all the abominations that be done. They have a certain particular mindset that is against the devil. They're crying out against the devil, against his abomination. That's the mark. The mark comes from the knowledge. All wisdom begins with the fear of the Most High. That's right. All the wisdom and understanding that we need is right here in this Bible. That's our mark set on our heads. You understand? That sigh and cry for all the abominations that's being done in Jerusalem, that's being done among us. Right. Okay, read verse 4.
Verse 4.
Yeah, 5. I'm sorry.
Verse 5. And to the others he said in mine hearing.
To the others, the other ones that don't have this mindset, that don't have this mark. Read. Right.
Go ye after him through the city.
Go after him. Go get him. The ones with the mark, you set a mark on them, don't bother them.
That's right.
But the other ones that don't have the mark, go get them. Read on.
And smite.
And smite, meaning destroy them.
That's right.
Because they don't have the mark. They don't have the mindset. They don't have the psychology. They don't have the wisdom, the righteousness that God gave us to withstand the devil.
That's right.
That's the mark. Read on.
Oh God, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
The ones that don't have the mark,
Damn.
all the brothers that's down with me, that's down with the Most High, and leave them alone. Just like in Egypt when we put the blood on the door.
That's right.
But if you didn't put that blood on the door, you was dead. Here it is again. This mark is not a physical mark. It's a spiritual mark, just like the mark of the beast, and we're going to show you that too. But this is to give you contrast, because in this case is the opposite. Those that have the mark are saved, and that those that don't have the mark are destroyed. And because we have the mark. You understand? The mark is not a physical mark, it's spiritual.
Right.
It's a spiritual mark. You understand? And those that don't have it is going to get slain, right? Let not your eyes spare, neither have pity on them, the ones that don't have the mark. You understand? Read verse 6.
Oh God, verse 6. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary.
Understand? Where's the little sanctuary? The Isupk.
That's right.
We're the little sanctuary. See, he's saying kill everybody in the city that doesn't have the mark. Because this mark is the mark of righteousness, who cried against the evil abominations that's going on in the kingdom.
Right.
That's the mark. Read on.
Oh God. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house.
You understand? The old men
who
knew the scriptures and it was down with it and stayed in the truth. You understand? So this, what I'm showing you here, and what I've been shown, and what the Most High has shown us, is that the mark is not a physical mark. It ain't no goddamn chip.
That's right.
It's who you standing with. Remember, Commander General Yohana said, it all determines on how you stand with the Most High God. That's what Commander General Yohana said. That's the mark. That's the mark that this angel, this messenger is talking about. It says the mark of the righteous. That's the mark. The mark of the beast is the mark of the wicked. You understand? You understand? That's the mark. So now let's get the mark of the beast. Give me Revelations 13:1. Let's get the mark of the beast. We see what the mark of the righteous is. The mark of the righteous is going to save you from being destroyed. But it's not a physical mark. I remember when I was a Muslim, they used to tell us when we used to bow down and do them prayers and rub our heads on the concrete and shit, and we used to get this little black dot. I used to have it too. Thank God. I used to put cocoa butter, everything, get rid of that shit. But no kidding, man. It's not a physical mark.
Oh God.
It's a spiritual mark. It's what's in your mind and what's in your heart, which is your mind, Salakia.
Right.
Whether we're going to stand with the Lord or with the devils. Come out of her, my people.
That's right.
You understand? Come out of her. You understand? That's what it is.
Damn right.
That's what we got. And we down with it.
Damn
You
right.
understand? So now, give me Revelation. Let me get there with you. I run my mouth. I done lost my page.
No sweat, sir.
But Revelations 13:1. Now we're going to get into the mark of the beast.
Oh God.
And all you brothers and sisters out there, I pray that a couple of Christians is watching, you know, so that you understand what it is, man, and stop being fooled by these damn devils.
Right.
Who don't know nothing about this Bible spiritually.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
You understand? 7 heads and 10 horns. We know who that is. That's the European common market and the 10 nations that came up after the Roman Empire. Right. That's another class for another day. Read on.
Come. And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
Blasphemy, blasphemous kingdoms, evil kingdom. You understand?
Damn.
Evil nations. They all here right now. Read.
Okay, verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and its feet were as the feet of a bear, and its mouth as the mouth of a lion.
You understand? So the characteristics here of a lion and a bear as devourers, they're vicious. A lion will bite you and choke off your ear. You understand? A bear will eat you alive. A lion kills you before he eats you. You understand? But a bear, he'll eat you alive. That's the spirit of these two animals, of this beast. You understand? Read on.
God. It's like, sir. And the dragon gave him his power.
The dragon, the military might, was his power. Read.
And his seat and great authority.
Because he had that military might, that dragon, he had great authority. Nobody could. He was unfuckwittable.
Right.
As he thought. Read on.
Oh, God. Verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed.
This was talking about Rome and Rome, the Roman Empire being reborn. Because these are the nations. Remember in Daniel, it says that from this nation will come the other nations, meaning these will be Edomite kingdoms.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
And all the world wondered after the beast.
Everybody, damn. They wondered after this. This is a bad boy. He's terrible. I ain't messing with him. You understand?
Jeez.
Oh, Venezuela, old President Maduro, he was trying to make a deal. They were laughing. We ain't making no deal with you. We're going to take you and kidnap you.
Good night.
And kidnapped his wife, too, man. Damn.
Jeez.
And running the country on the low. Read on.
Okay, verse 4. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power to the beast.
See, the dragon, the military might, is the power of the beast. It ain't no damn chip. It's military power. Remember, the dragon went to fight against Christ in Revelation 12:7. The dragon is the military might, the technology that they're making to create the dragon. You understand? To unify the dragon.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? Verse 5.
Hold on right there.
Come.
So in the book of Obadiah, it says, he says, who shall bring me down to the ground? The pride of his heart, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high. Understand? His pride is, who's going to defeat me? I got all of these missiles. Let Jesus come on down here. We got something for his ass.
God damn.
I'm telling you, man, this is what we're reading.
Come, God.
Let him come. Did you see Trump's mannerism? Like, he was that bitch that nothing could happen to her. That widow that nothing could happen to her. That's what he was last night. I was watching him. He thinks nothing bad could happen to him because he's drunk in the wine of his fornication, man. Come on, read more.
Come, verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. Verse 6. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name, and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. Verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
You understand? To make war against God's chosen people. That's the saints.
Damn.
That's what he's doing now. He's at war with us, but he's on a quiet tip.
Right.
They're trying to make legislation. The first thing they want to do is destroy birthright law, meaning the right that being a citizen by birth. That's the only thing that's protecting black people from deportation. Is that because we were born here, we're citizens.
Right.
They're trying to destroy that so that they can get at us next. You understand? Read on.
And to overcome them, and power was
To
given.
overcome us, right? Read
Mhm.
on.
And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
He got power over the whole earth.
Damn.
Read on.
Come. Verse 8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundations of the world.
You understand? They not down with us, man. They not in the book of life, man. Because after this, they're done.
Damn right.
And there shall be no more of the children of Edom.
Mm.
No more.
Most high Christ.
You understand? Now, read 9 and 10.
Okay.
And then we're going to go into the mark, and then we're going to sum it up. Come on.
Okay. Verse 9. If any man have an
We're already
ear,
over the time. Go ahead.
let him hear. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's what we're waiting for. That's the patience of the saints. That's what we're waiting for. You understand? We're waiting for them to get there. So now let's quickly go into the mark. So go to verse 15, because we can't go through the whole thing. We're going to skip some verses for time's sake. Yeah, 13 and 15.
Book of Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. Verse 16. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed.
You in 13 and 15?
Oh, slacking. That was 12 slacking.
Yeah, 13 and 15.
Sir. Book of Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
You understand? The image of the beast is Christianity and Cesar Borgia.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
So here it is again, the mark in the forehead, man. It's not a physical mark. I remember last week on Ash Wednesday, I seen all them people, they had the ash cross on their head, the black cross on their head. Dumbass shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is not a physical mark. And the hand represents what you do, your works.
Right.
When it talks about the arm or the hand of the Lord, it talks about the works that God does. It's the same thing here. The arm of the beast or the hand of the beast or the people that have the mark in their hand are the ones that help the beast to do the work.
Right.
That work for the beast, that uphold the system, because that's what it's talking about. It's talking about a wicked system, man.
Damn right.
Understand? And if you're down with it, but let's get some more.
Okay. Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
You understand? So the number of his name, right, is the number of men that rule, right? The number of and it says that no man may buy or sell, save they have the mark. No man. Every transaction that you're going to be able to make in this world, they're going to know about it. That's the mark of the beast economically. You understand? Every transaction that you make, everything that you do financially, they're going to be able to know about it. That's the mark. It's a spiritual mark. It's not a physical mark. It's about technology. You understand? But not a chip.
Right.
It's about how they're going to put all of this in your mind and make it fair seeming or make an evil look good. That's the trick. That's the mark. And they give you an image of Cesar Borgia. Ain't he pretty? He pretty. You understand what I'm saying? But the man who they drew the image from was an evil sexual deviant.
That's right.
No man shall buy or sell unless they have them. This is the economic system, man. This is the same system that's going to be destroyed. That's what it is. You're not going to be able to buy or sell if you're not down within the system.
Right.
Every time you go to the grocery store, they're going to know what you buy. When you use your credit card or your debit card, they're going to know everything that you buy. That's the mark. Christianity is the spiritual mark.
Right.
This is the mark of the beast. It's not a chip. They don't need no chip. But they do need AI to make it manifest, to get it to the work the way they want it to work. That's what AI is about. You understand? AI, because remember, when they was going to the moon, it was them sisters that came up with the mathematics for them to go to the moon.
Right.
They ain't that smart. So they need AI. AI can figure out all the stuff that they can't.
Hey.
You understand? Artificial intelligence. The mark of the beast. You understand? The mark of the beast. The mark of the beast, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Read verse 18. We got two more verses. I'm sorry that we went over, and we're going to shut it down, but I got to get these two in. Read 18.
Come, verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Remember that movie, The Omen? And they had this little baby. He was born with 3 6s on his head. That's a distraction. Because they got, in Christianity, they're looking for this one antichrist.
Right.
When Christ told us that there was an antichrist in the day that he was alive.
Right.
Antichrist meaning just means against Christ. There's billions, and I'm saying this literally. There's billions of antichrists, man.
Right.
It's not no one man. That's the trick. You understand? The sleight of hand. You understand that the devil has put upon us. You understand? And the number of the man is the 666 men that's on the Epstein file that nobody gonna hear about.
Right.
They're the ones that pull the strings on Trump and on all of these leaders. They got them by the cojones because of their sexual deviancy. They recorded everything. They know what they was doing. This is the trap that they fell into, so that they would be thoroughly controlled to do the bidding of these 666 men. That's the mark, y'all. That's the beast. We've gone through the whole shebang, basically, so that you would understand what it is moving forward and that you wouldn't be fooled. And we're going to end with this last scripture. Give me 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 12.
Okay.
Let me get there with you. We're going to end with this. Okay. Take your time. You understand? We're just trying to get it in because I thought we was going to get them all in, but time is flying when you're having fun. Because this 2 hours went by quick.
Okay.
But we got a lot of scriptures and we got like over 20.
This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 12. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed.
You understand? These are natural brute beasts, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not talking about animals in the forest or in the desert or in the water. It's talking about men. They are natural brute beasts, man, because their mindset is like an animal. They are animals, man. And what separates the sons of men from the sons of God is the truth.
Right.
Laws, statutes, and commandments. And that spirit that comes with it of obeying God and doing the right thing. So read it again from the top.
Okay, book of 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 12. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they understand not.
They don't understand what the hell they're doing. They don't understand righteousness. They don't understand decency. They don't understand law.
Right.
Read on.
And shall utterly perish in their own corruption.
Perish in their own mind. This is music, man. This is music to my ears and to yours too. It should be. Read on.
Verse 13. And shall receive the reward of unrighteousness.
You understand? There's a reward for righteousness and a reward for unrighteousness. Come on.
As they that count it pleasure to riot in the same
You
time.
understand? They was out there in January 6th rioting.
Right.
And what did the devils do? They gave them clemency. They pardoned every last one of them. And they could act a fool in Minnesota with the ICE. They could do whatever they want. Kill people, shoot innocent women. They could do whatever they want. And they think nobody's going to, step to them or hold them accountable. That's what this is talking about. Read on.
Spots they are in blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings.
You understand? They looking good in their own deceiving. They getting up there lying.
Right.
Sporting. Sporting is like dressing fly. And, you know what I'm saying? That's sporting. You understand? They look good. Their image, they portray an image of righteousness and goodness. Put on a shirt and tie and clean shaven and talk proper and good education and loads of money.
Right.
But the wickedness that they sit on or stand on is reached unto heaven. You understand?
Good.
Understand? Deceiving while they feast with you. Ain't that some shit? Read that last part again.
Sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you.
You understand? They doing all this deception. They sit down Thanksgiving with you, Christmas. They feast with you.
Good night.
Oh, those feast days, they the best. You understand? In the feast of them living deliciously. And hey, man, they give you a crumb, man. Because they got so much. You can get a crumb. They feast with you. Read 14, and this is it.
Verse 14. Having eyes full of adultery, and that cannot cease from sin.
They can't stop sinning, man. They can't.
They sure can't.
Their eyes is for adultery, man. They love, just like them pimp preachers, they love to get your wife, man. I mean, they love them pastors. I'm trying to tell you, man, they love to get your woman. Catch her at a vulnerable moment and get her.
Right.
They love adultery, man. And then teach the word of God.
Right.
God loves everybody. Don't worry. I watched what's his name the other day? What's the white boy name in Texas? Got the big church in you. Yeah, I watched him for about 20 minutes the other day. Boy, I was laughing my ass off because he put the game on him on the prosperity tip. Don't worry about everything. God is going to make sure everybody's okay. That's what he said. I started laughing. And then they show you the audience, and there's a lot of black people in that audience. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you. Then it wasn't so funny. Read on.
Having eyes full of adultery, and that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls.
See that? Beguiling or fooling or convincing unstable souls, man, and people that don't know no better. People that don't have no foundation. They're unstable. They don't know who they are. It's easy to fool black people because we don't know who the hell we are. That's why Joel Osteen, about 1/3 or 1/4 of his congregation that I saw was black people.
Damn.
He getting all their money. Imagine what Commander Junior Hunter could do with that money. Right. Just think about that. I'm dead ass, man. I'm not just saying that. That's real talk, man. They giving all of these money to these damn devils, man, to destroy themselves. Finish it up, brother. I'm sorry.
Our heart they have exercised with covetous practices. Cursed children.
Cursed children, man. They've done all, we've read about all of their wickedness and their system and their mark and their deviancy. It's all the same thing. Babylon is not different from the beast. The dragon is not separated from the beast. It's all the same thing.
Right.
Babylon is fallen, never to rise again. Understand? That's the patience of the saint. That's what the saints, God's chosen people, are waiting for. That's what we're looking forward to. That's what we're praying for. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Preaching Officer Maya Shaw. I know we went over, but we do appreciate everybody for tuning in, for asking questions, for your commentary, which we didn't read that many comments. But we appreciate Nadiyab, Choir Bar, Sister Thaya Locke, you understand, all the people, Sister Sapayar, all the people that tuned in. You understand? And we appreciate it, man, because this is to help our people understand what we're dealing with out here. There's no difference, man. It's the same way that Satan deceived Eve is the same way they're trying to deceive our people right now. And with that, I say shalom.
Security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother comes into school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew is pronounced ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. Upcoming holy convocation be the Feast of Purim, going down March the 2nd and 3rd. Get with your camp leader to find out more details with that. And check on social media, such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on, for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wishes to be a trooper in the school, then you start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, I margin, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Sar turn to face the teacher. Men of Israel, we give one courteous salute unto our teacher. Men of Israel, Amad Shabbat, Amajam, Barak. Yajmatah, hands down. Sar turn to face the sisters. Men of Israel, we give one courteous salute unto our sisters. Men of Israel, Amad Shabbat, Amajam, Barak. Yajmatah, hands down. Class dismissed.